Cyborg! Welcome in, and congratulations on being officially the fastest thing alive. Climbing first in the chat for this stream. Hope you're doing well today. I am knocking paintbrushes over already, so off to a good start. Okay. I have had a day, so this is going to be interesting. I'm not fully set up yet, but I was already running late, so I wanted to get going. Should be fine though, right? Hold on. If I actually went to the right scene. Okay. Oh, it's done it again. Things you don't notice until it's too bloody late. Also, it appears Pando has had an update. It now welcomes everybody into the stream. It's a shame I can't update that to be Chibi-tan instead. Let's just put that back where it belongs. There we go.
HeroQuest is the best game ever made, and anyone who says otherwise is wrong.
We do need to fix that, though. For some weird and wonderful reason. It's right up at the top. Okay. That should be alright. Hello, Cypher. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well today. Right. What do I still need to do? Bring that up a bit so you can actually see the miniature. That'd help, wouldn't it? What's our lighting like? What's our wonkiness like is more important. Good God. Okay. I need to get a spirit level for that. I really do. Okay. We'll get the wet palette open because I've not done that yet. I love this thing. It's got such a good seal on it. Paint. Very carefully sealed paint. Oh, wow. Pando is very active tonight. That's, yeah, we're going to have to fix that. So, just as a heads up, there was a problem with Stream Elements last week that was causing issues with basically all of their integrations. And they fixed it now, apparently. But there seems to be something at the Twitch end going wrong today. Chat's disconnecting and refusing to reconnect. Messages not appearing for prolonged periods of time. You know, standard Twitch stuff. So if I don't respond to you, it's because the message hasn't popped up. Or because I'm focusing on what I'm painting, obviously. But, yeah. Also, if you get disconnected from chat, best thing to do is probably to wait a little bit. I was disconnected for about 10 minutes from a stream earlier, and it just sort of fixed itself. Fixed as in corrected, or fixed as in taking a pet to the vet? That is a very good question, Torpor, which I do not have the answer to. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well today. I feel like I'm missing something. It's a bit dark in here. I should be alright. I've got enough light on the mini, which is the important thing. Okay. Oh. Well, therein lies a problem. Jukebox is definitely running. Hello, Rocket. Welcome on in. I'm also not impressed with the um oh really? Login authentication failed. Okay, we'll give the jukebox a kick. See if that fixes it. Yeah, we've got issues at Twitch's end. So I'll refund that for you, Rocket. It looks like we are not going to have jukebox tonight. Sorry about that. One of those days, I'm afraid. Yeah, it looks like there's some fuckery with the Twitch API or something like that. It may start working again later. It usually does.
Hello there.
Hello, Soup. Welcome in. Right. So we've done all of the cream stuff. This is what we did last week. Try that from a different angle. Now I know I've adjusted the zoom on this camera before. Set itself back again. Yeah, I'm afraid you have to deal with my music tonight. I hope that's okay. Here we go. Nope, not that one. There we go. Oh, I'm going to treat today as a bit of a confessional as well. You'll understand in a minute. I'm trying to decide if I want to add a slightly darker yellow into the creases.
Hello
I think
there.
I do. I don't think it's quite dark enough in the creases. Hello, Buff. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Please excuse the weirdness in chat today. Thank you, Soup. I have developed a very bad habit of getting, when I'm frustrated, like taking my glasses off and just dumping them on my desk, and then I walk off without them, and I can't see fucking anything, and my knees ain't good. Excuse the weirdness in this chat every day. Oh, look at that, everybody. The weirdness has arrived. Hello, D. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Hello, guys. Welcome in. We are working on the Flower Night. Thanks, Slow. So I'll be like downstairs, and my knees aren't great anymore, so I don't like going up and downstairs unless I have to. So I'll just sit there, not being able to read anything, squinting, because I've got frustrated at something at work and left my glasses on my desk. But now they're here. When I get frustrated, they'll just stick with me. Hello, Tids. Welcome in. I'm so sorry to hear that, sweetheart. I hope you feel better soon. This chat is now but weirdness and thirst. That is very true, Cypher. Very fucking true. And I wouldn't have you any other way. Okay. So, yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to add a little bit of darker yellow in there. Darker cream. I think I do. Question is, have the yellows survived? Sort of. Wow, Slow is really angry. I'm sorry if you can hear him raging at what I think is Microsoft Word in the background. That might be a bit too dark, but we'll see. And if I thin it down... Like I said, Cypher, wouldn't have you any other way. Oh, that might be too yellow. Yeah. Don't like that. Can I fix it? So we're gonna fixed. I'm very shaky today as well, so this could go horribly. Also wearing my glasses today. Welcome on in, Kian. Fucking hell, finally out of that tunnel. Are you on the train? Let's a little less light for you folks. About there, I think, should do it. Yeah. That's a bit better. I just want it in the really big creases. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over where I've gone a little bit wide. With a paler mix in a minute. A little more off here, I think, and a little more off here. There we go. Just wanted to give it a bit of depth. It didn't like it looked pretty, I think, but I don't think it looked like it had got any depth to it. And this fella doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that would have cheap fabric. You know what I mean? And fancy fabric always has really rich color. Had food and stuff. Had the idea for my Cyberpunk Red character to make the Metal Gear Solid 4 stun knife. Cool. Car's passenger seat. I see. Returning from Grandpa's birthday party. Happy birthday, Grandpa Rocket. I hope you had a lovely time, and I hope your grandpa did too. Trying to figure out psychic echolocation for a thing of mine. Oh, that's really cool, Kian. Last night my dad called me out of the blue to tell me he was setting up an enduring power of attorney. Nothing is wrong, he's just being proactive, but it did give me a bit of a scare. Yeah, that's fair. I was the same when my mum started talking about wills. Like, it's reasonable and sensible and whatnot, but at the same time, I don't want to think about it. Please don't make me think about it. Yeah, I think that looks much better now. It's still fairly subtle. Some would argue too subtle, but I think it looks a lot nicer than it did. And it's got a bit of depth to it now, a bit of welly, if you will. Oh my god, the Pando is so active. What the heck? What is has Chibitan developed sentience? Do I need to worry? Is this what happens when I add one too many bots into the background? Oh, fuck off, D. This is fine. I mean, the new version of is not as great. I miss old Nissa. Urge to say mean things about Tez, but I'm not going to. Because I'm not going to stoop to your level. So there. Nissa is better now, complete. No. I liked the old art. But that's just me all over, isn't it? I'm still upset that my favourite card from 7th Ed doesn't exist anymore. Tez is in a stupid place lore-wise right now. But at least he's immune to completion. Yeah, that's true. Hi, Slow.
Sorry for yelling.
It's alright.
I realised how much I missed my work formatting program and how nice it was to use and user friendly.
I love how every time you've disturbed one of my streams by ranting and shouting, it's been something related to Star Trek.
There is related to publishing this.
Yeah, but it is related to Star Trek. I saw what you were doing.
Yeah, I'm trying to publish my work. What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm proud of you.
Hard though. I hate work.
I don't get any tears in War of the Machine, I riot. That's fair. Hey, Zafia, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Time with pasta and meatballs. Lovely, Kian. Enjoy. I think that'll do. It looks really washed out on the camera and really intense in person, and it's bugging me because I know it's not going to photograph that intense. Like, you can't see that at all. But there's like a very, very clear definition between the two sort of shades there, and it's way more than I would normally do. That needs tidying up. Wednesday, isn't it? Shitbag bollocky bums. That means I've got 2 days instead of one until it's the weekend. Oh, soup, bless you. Means I have 2 entire days of ITIL training to sit through. Thanks. Oh no, D. Why did I say it like that? That's so weird. That shows you how tired I am. So boring. Everything's boring to you though, D. You could basically just teach yourself, couldn't you? You'd be fine. And you wouldn't have to sit through somebody else teaching it to you at their pace instead of your pace. At least the trainer is self aware, dare I ask? Self aware like Chibitan has become, or. There we go. That's better. If anything I say over the next 3 days comes as a shock to anyone, perhaps consider a job in another field, far away from IT. This is all just weaponized common sense. Marvelous. Okay, I like the sound of the trainer. At least you've got a decent person doing the training. Someone that knows it's boring and is just doing their damnedest to make it less so. There we go. That looks better. And didn't use the psycho once. Check me out. That is what we call progress. Okay, let's have a dry fit and see how this looks. Actually, where's the... That could be a problem. Oh no, there we go. I think we can get away with sticking... No, we can't, because there's little feathery things to do yet on him. Speaking of feathery things and armor, I did a bad today. No psycho, no stream. The psycho will come out eventually. I'm thinking the best way to do these bits is going to be to actually attach these to the body first. Yeah. You can see the little bit of putty from when I took photographs last week. Just caught in there, so I'm going to remove that with a toothpick. Not the one I had in my gob earlier, but a separate toothpick that I have on my desk. Yeah, I think that's going to be the easiest way of doing it. So we need to get the glue out. So should I do a painting stream of the... Oh, the Bosch minis. I mean, if you want to. I would have backed them, but I caved and bought Kingdom Death minis today. They've released a new one. And it's so it's 2 minis in the same box, 2 scales of the same miniature, and it's their sort of flagship model, the Twilight Knight, but she's dressed up for Lunar New Year. So she's got a Cheongsam on, she's got oh god, what are they called now? She's got Dango on a stick in her hand. It's a really nicely posed model, and I really want to paint it. And because it comes with a painter scale version and a tabletop scale version, I just went, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. But I also got a another mini that they've released, which is another knight, like the flower knight, but this time he is an owl knight, and he looks really cool. And I like painting feathers, and I like painting armor, so he seemed like a sensible choice. But that's my fun budget for the month. So no Bosch minis for me. Might be the only way I'd motivate myself to paint them. I mean, to be fair, I've painted more minis since I started streaming than I ever did before. My glue nozzle's plugged up.
They call it the Mothman.
So it's a Mothman night. Yes, it is. The fuck, D? Okay. Oh, I forgot how pungent this stuff is. PSA, if you're going to be fucking around with plastic glue, do it in a well-ventilated area. Don't be stupid like me. Can I get that? Don't think I can. Haha! Okay, I very carefully cleaned it before I did what I did then, which I'm sure you folks saw on camera. I removed the nozzle, the little needlepoint nozzle, cleaned it, and then very carefully puffed into one end of it to clear the blockage. I don't advise doing things like that. If you can avoid it. It was a last resort for me and it may not have worked. Certainly doesn't feel like it's worked. Because I can't get the glue out. Come on. Okay, fine. Plan B. I mean, technically I shouldn't really be using Revel for this anyway, because it's the wrong kind of glue. I have such a small space to work and I have to be very careful about how I move. Soup, thank you for the treat for me. Okay, hopefully this one still works. We want brush end. Ooh, that's a lot more resistance than glue should have. Check this out, folks. That's yeah, that's not gonna work. So we're gonna pop that in the bin. Sticky situation. The treat for me will be a fizzy pineapple. Thank you very much.
Oh, dude. Okay. Plan C. My arms aren't long enough. Okay. Tamiya cement. Oh yeah, I've seen them before, Rocket. And they're very pretty. But not the kind of armor I like painting. I'm weird. I like the armored minis from Kingdom Death because they are so quirky. They're not like I'm used to oh fucking hell, that's strong. I'm used to fantasy minis being well like the Empire Knightly Orders. But oh my. Ah, Chaos Warriors then. Yes. Chaos Warriors I like. Doesn't it look better with an arm? Oop. That putty's going to need replacing. I am really pleased with how he's turned out so far. I know I've said that a few times, but I was genuinely quite nervous about painting him. So that he's come out this pretty is very pleasing. And he's a reminder of how far I've come, I think, as well. The fact that I was even willing to give this a go in the first place is a reminder of how far I've come. Got a little bit of putty on his other arm. Just cleaning it off. Halo, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. So glad our paths crossed on Twitch. Oh, bless you.
Halo_Naught just subbed. Naughty, hope you're doing well, hobby. So glad our paths crossed on Twitch.
Thank you so much for being subscribed for 5 months. That's really kind of you. And naughty indeed. If I wasn't holding very strong glue right now, I would hit the good joke button for that. Well done. But that would involve dropping glue on myself, and holy shit, no. Hello, Senno. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, thank you, Halo. It's oh fuck. That doesn't get any easier or any less surprising. Oh no. I shouldn't have touched it. I shouldn't have touched it. Bollocks. I love the Tamiya extra thin cement. I do, but it's not doing what I need it to do today. Which is adhere things. I may have to go into my supplies box on the other side of the room and get different glue. Come on. Come on. Please. Please. Yeah, I'm going to have to get different glue. The Tamiya is not going to do it either. Okay. This is for the naughty joke. And this is for the deer joke. They don't, Seno. I've deliberately made sure they don't. Thank you for the hydrate. Not sure where that came from. Looking, but I ain't seeing. Ah, Mum, hello, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. I need to go lie down. I've been far too funny in far too short of a time. That's it. You go and replenish your joke batteries. Sure, you're going to need them. I am going to go and grab some... Oh, shit. Slow went out and I didn't even realise. Oh, that or someone's cloned my card. Which isn't likely, because I never go anywhere. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab some glue from the other side of the room and hope that that's not turned into sludge as well.
I'm back. Fuck's sake, D. No, I don't go away to do that. I've already seen that. Fuck off. Would it really be a stream if the mods weren't mercilessly bullying me? Okay, we'll try the fresh bottle of Contactor, and if that doesn't work, got a fresh pot of super glue. Oh, look at that. The glue came straight out this time. Maybe a bit much, but we'll see. So how is everyone? Can we delete that alert now, or is it... Oh, thank you. You almost beat me to it. Come on. Oh, this one says no. I'm not responsible for Twitch delays. I know you're not. But according to Twitch, neither are they. No. Oh. Dropped it. Oh no. I did it again, folks. I win this one. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so I'm just gonna stay like this. Oh good, it did actually update this time. Oh, that one does not want to stay on. That's awkward. Just gonna wait here. Buying hat's hair. Sticking better to my finger than it is to the miniature. There's not even any glue on my finger. This is every hobbyist's experience, I think. Flashbacks to when I worked at a hobby store and a guy managed to glue himself to a metal Warhammer Fantasy Battles dragon while doing this to get the head on. Yep. I glued half of an Eldar to myself once. Had a little mishap with the glue without realising I'd done it. And, there we go. Right, he's got to stay like that for a little bit and I can't touch him. Because any kind of interaction is probably going to make his arms fall off. So we're just going to leave him for a minute. And I'm going to skip this song because it's not a happy song. Yeah, this'll do. I really want to, like... I'm gonna... There we go. So you can actually see him a bit better. Who hasn't glued themselves to a mini? Exactly, it's a rite of passage. It was otherwise done so it weighed a couple of pounds at least. Oh my god. That's unfortunate. Flashbacks to just this Monday, gluing an old Blazing Sun Knight standard bearer. Yep. It happens to us all. Happens to us all. I think it happened when I was making Vulpir as well. Because, for those that haven't met Vulpir before. Excuse me, Flower Knight. I'm not gonna... You just hang out there, okay? This is Vulpir. He is the only Space Marine I have painted. And eagle-eyed folks in chat will probably guess why I ended up gluing myself rather than the miniature at points whilst I was putting him together. Because, in classic Night Lord fashion, his armour is a bit of a grimdark supermarket sweep. There's several generations of armour represented here. Really, Seno? I actually prefer the older Raptors. But they're expensive, so I made some adjustments. The ones with the bat wings. Yes. I made the bat wings myself. They're made out of like it's like brass etch, but it's I think it's aluminium. But yeah, so Slow had got a couple of spare older marks of Space Marine armor, and I just pilfered a couple of bits. I ordered a box of these, and Slow very kindly got on eBay for me this jump pack, which is from the old Metal Raptors and is really fucking heavy. And because I couldn't get the Batwing helmets that I wanted, I got a beaky helmet from Slow and put Batwings on it myself. But all of my other Night Lord Raptors are similarly cobbled together from various different sources, because that's the kind of thing that Night Lords would do. But yeah, getting this old style jump pack onto a newer plastic mini when this is metal was not fun at all. I think I actually injured myself making this guy as well. Like when I was prepping his back and the pack so that they would actually fit together, I think I slipped with the file and stabbed myself. Prefer the airplane engine metal sculpts. Yeah, me too. But I worked with what I could get. And I've sort of amassed various different bits and bobs from a couple of people and from neat eBay finds and stuff like that. And that's what I've sort of built up for my Night Lords, which are in a box somewhere downstairs. So I'm not likely to ever finish them. I don't have space for them at the minute. But yeah, so I stabbed myself.
As someone that knows nothing of Warhammer, these minis are very cool. I'm glad you think so, Halo. I know very little about Warhammer, if I'm honest with you. I surround myself with people that know more about Warhammer than I do, so that they can do all of the talking and I can just paint the miniatures. The only reason I know anything about Night Lords is because I played one in an RP campaign, and I wanted to learn how they worked so that I could behave appropriately in character. Yes, I know which company you're talking about, Zeno, because I wanted to get the helmets that they do, but they were out of stock. And I was devastated. And I absolutely couldn't wait, so I made my own. Which is perfectly valid. But also, if you want to just buy them and make it easier. Warhammer would be much cooler if it had Ratmen, but everyone knows that they don't exist. It's such a shame. Definitely nothing rat-like. Can't think of a single thing. You know, a lot of people with 3D printers, I'm sure one of them would have helped. At the time, I didn't. This was pre me starting to stream. He's one of the few miniatures that I painted entirely off stream. I have my own 3D printer, which I can safely use now as well. I just haven't set it up yet because it's a lot of effort. But when I do, I've got a really big project that I want to work on before I start printing minis off for myself. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna touch his shoulders. Yes! Yes! He is safe to handle, nominally. We've got a tiny little bit on his arm there that's lost its paint, so I'm gonna try and catch it in. Are we happy with everything else? Not completely, but that's okay. Minis don't have to be perfect. As long as you enjoy painting them or building them, or both. As long as you had a good time interacting with your miniatures. That's all that matters. You know, a few years back, I actually applied no longer armless. He is no longer armless. You are very much correct there. Bravo. Zegarand is somewhere. My former Raven Guard, now Night Lord boy. Oh, very cool, Kian. I don't know how many people will remember this, but Vampires Will Never Hurt You, also very underrated. One of my favourites. I don't listen to it as often as I used to. But yeah, this is a really good tune. And very good live. Vampires are friends, sometimes. Well, I am. The way I look at it, unless you piss them off, vampires are fine. Most of them just want to be left alone. They're more afraid of you than you are of them. Sorry, the giggling there was because as I was saying that, I was imagining vampires equal spiders, got it, exactly. I was imagining somebody reacting the way they do to a spider
but with like Dracula walking into their house, getting up on the table and screaming, "Oh my god, it's a vampire! Somebody get it out of here! No, don't put it outside, the sun's up, you'll kill it! What do you want me to fucking do with it then? I don't know, flush it down the toilet!" Whacking him with a shoe, yeah. Humans are funny. Okay. I've got to admit, wrapping Dracula in toilet paper, yeah. Putting him under a glass, sliding a bit of paper under his feet as he's smashing his fist against the glass. I am the knight, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Nah, Dracula wouldn't do that. He'd just mind control them and they'd drop him. Still. Tiny Dracula, under a pint glass, bit of paper underneath him. Don't throw him out of the window. Hurt him. Carefully put him on the doorstep. Shoo him away. This is just me procrastinating because I'm nervous about painting any more of him. I'm getting close to the end and I can feel it, and it's making me nervous. Dracula versus Batman. Dracula was a bit of a pansy too. Yeah. Dracula is a chump. Jigen and Goemon bound and gagged him without breaking a sweat. But Dracula was a bit of a pansy, yeah. I think there are two versions of Dracula that sort of stick in my mind as actual Dracula over book Dracula at this point. They're just the ones that stick with me. And that is Castlevania Dracula. Probably because he's the one that I've interacted with most recently. And the Bram Stoker's Dracula movie, Dracula played by Gary Oldman. Looking forward to Nick Cage Dracula, me too. I am very much looking forward to that. Because Nicolas Cage and Nicholas Hoult in the same movie, I'm down with that. Nicholas Hoult is a very, very good actor and I think fairly underrated. Like, I didn't particularly care for Skins. Wasn't my kind of TV show, I guess, but he was really good in it. Okay, no, we need to do this. We need to stop procrastinating and just do it. Get in the green paint. So the green paint that I use for this is Please Don't Sue Us Green, aka Army Painters Angel Green. Warhammer Peeps will probably get that. Nielsen Best Dracula though. Oh yeah, nothing will ever beat Dead and Loving It Dracula. No, you sit, you stand. Great fucking film. I have very fond memories of that film. And it's a film that me and my mum quote to each other a lot. But yeah, when I'm thinking Dracula, I'm thinking Gary Oldman or Castlevania anime Dracula. Liam Neeson may do a good Dracula. I would be cautiously optimistic to see that. I like the Texan guy in Gary Oldman Dracula. Yeah, that's fair. I like everything about Gary Oldman Dracula. Just, it's a really pretty film. I think that the name is Don't Sue Us. I would, as the aforementioned hobby store, when Vallejo debuted the game color range, which was an exact mirror to the then current GW range. Oof. I want Daniel Craig as the cowboy. That's fair. I think he'd do a good job of that. I think Daniel Craig has proven he has chops beyond what people expected of him more recently, and good for him. Good for him. Okay, so we've got some fresh Please Don't Sue Us green. And the other colour we use for this is... I've got some on the palette already. Araman Blue, I think. That's what I kept out, so I assume it's that one. What's this one? Is this also Araman Blue? Come to me. Oh, or just fall on the floor. That works too. Oh, actually, I think it might be Sotek, because the Araman's too thin. I don't like thin paints. Like, I pre-thin all my paints anyway, but... Hang on. I think you heard that then. Let's have a rattle comparison, shall we? So all of these dropper bottles have 2 paint-friendly ball bearings in them to mix the paint. This is the Sotek Green. It's quite a heavy, funky sort of sound. That's a lot wetter, a lot looser. That's the Araman. So I'm going to put a bit of both on the palette and see which one feels better. Because I can't remember which one I actually used. Oh, the Araman's actually come out fairly solidly, so it might be alright. This is the point when we find out that they're actually the same colour. They fucking are as well. Okay. So, Araman Blue and Sotek Green, same colour. Bill Nye is one of the few things in Underworld that's aged well. I have seen Underworld exactly once, and it was a long time ago. Cannot remember that film at all. But now that you mention Bill Nye, I do vaguely remember him being in it, because he's got a very recognisable face. Bill Nye found playing a vampire super funny because he had to hiss a lot. Yeah, that sounds like Bill Nye. You are missing absolutely nothing. Oof. I think the reason the current GW paints have such useless names, ask a non-Warhammer player to guess what. Yeah, is a reaction to Vallejo game colour. Well, it was so that they could copyright them, wasn't it? Copyrighting the name rather than the colour itself, because you can't really... I mean, you can copyright a colour. Look at what happened with Vanta Black. But... really hates vampires. Oh no. Went from a chubby teacher to looking like he was carved from oak. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, so, a little bit of green. The reason I never cleaned the wet palette, like didn't put fresh paper on, is so that I could match the colours back when I came back to this. Too much green in it. We're going to need all of that. There we go. That looks about right. Shiny. Get the excess off the brush, because we want to use as much of it as we can. We're just gonna be fine. All the way over here.
That'll do. When Vallejo came out, they had not quite names like Magic Blue instead of Enchanted Blue. Yeah. I still firmly believe that Warlock Purple was a bullshit name for that colour because it was pink. It was Warlock Pink. And it's okay for Warlocks to wear pink, especially when it's fuchsia, but it was pink. Okay, so we're going to go back to using the insane detail. This is not the psycho, it's the next size up. Before anybody starts trying to hit that button. We will be using the psycho in a little bit though, because there's no way I can do this entire thing with bigger brushes. Because we're working in a very small area. So, actually, you know what? I may need to add more green. Because that is too turquoisey. So, after all that, it's really difficult to tell what a colour's going to look like once it's on. Because it's a lot brighter on the palette than it is on the mini. White backdrop, black backdrop. And it gets darker as it settles as well. Which anyone that's ever painted a wall will have experienced themselves, I'm sure. Favoured Lich Purple, which Vallejo still makes as Hex Lich and cool. I too get darker as I settle. Yes, you do, Dee, and we wouldn't have you any other way. Today's not going to be a big progress day, but I started the stream late because I finished work late, and frankly, I've been winding down quite a lot. Just sort of chatting with you folks is very cathartic after a long day. I won't be going too late tonight, though. This isn't going to be one of those oops, it's 10 o'clock kind of days. For a few reasons. Yeah, I think that should be dark enough now with that little bit of extra green that I put in. And very carefully catch the underside of the shoulder plates. Trying really hard not to get this on the sleeves. I know I've said this a couple of times today already, but Benji Donna, hello, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm really proud of how he's come out so far. I don't often feel actually proud of my minis. I can remove you from the auto shout out list if you'd like. Chibi Tan just likes to shout out everybody that's ever streamed. I do need to look at sort of reprogramming that. But considering how talkative Chibi Tan has been today, I'm not sure if it would listen to me. Chibi-tan is overzealous, even I get shout-outs. Yeah, but that's because you deserve them. You are? when you're able to be an absolutely fantastic streamer. And you're helping me attack and dethrone God at the weekends. So, you know. I mean, we've not got that far yet, but... My last stream was like 2013, but I find it funny. Yeah, that's fair, Sano. We're fighting Enigma? Not yet. Nah, we wouldn't fight Enigma. Enigma's a good bean. And was very, very helpful when I told him that some arsehole in my chat / moderation team decided to put up a poll to get people to make me play the PC port of Homecoming. So at least I know what I'm in for now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Benji. I'll get you removed from the list. I always forget this has a magnet in the bottom of it, and it gets stuck to my my camera's boom every now and then. And that time it made me squeaky. Just realised that the last AMV hell was 8 years ago. Fuck, really? That's damn. How are we looking?
Hello.
I love how everyone else has had problems today with their chats not connecting and everything being lagging out, and I'm having a problem with my bot being too talkative. Hey Brody, welcome in. I hope you're doing okay. Yeah, look, that's the perfect colour match there. Because what we're aiming for with this is that colour there. And that's spot on, I think. Obviously, we've got a lot of layering work to do yet, but that looks nice. I'm happy with that. You and me both, Benji. Oh, I got an email the other day. I am expecting, unless they send it to the wrong address, which they shouldn't. They did update them on my move. I am expecting a large box of small monsters very soon. And by small monsters, I mean miniaturized versions of the monsters from Monster Hunter World. And there's a couple in there that I really want to paint. So I think when this boy's finished, if they've arrived by then, we might have a couple of Monhun painting streams. And I may see if any of my fellow hunters want to join me to talk about Monster Hunter whilst I'm painting them. Thought they would be 1-1 scale. Oh my god, I hope not. There's a basil goose in there, and those things scare the fuck out of me. Only because my first interaction with a basil was unexpected during a completely different hunt, and he bombed me to fuck. Mean Monsty. I really, really want to paint the Puke Puke. Because Puke is one of my favourites. And is the only one of my favourites that makes an appearance in World, if I'm not mistaken. Because my absolute favourite, I have a mini of on my desk, courtesy of Shanus, who sent it to me for Christmas. Not this year just gone, but the year before. And it is part of my desk tat. I will show you, my friend. This is Chameleos. Isn't he beautiful? He's very silly, and I love him. Good boy. Yeah, he's a very good boy. Pain in the ass to fight, but a good boy. And he's better now. Like in Rise, from what I've been told, he's much nicer to fight than he is in the game he was in originally. But World was my first Monster Hunter game, so I don't know about that. I bought Monster Hunter World, played 2.5 hours, and then didn't play it anymore. I really like Monster Hunter. But I like to do the non-kill missions. I like to do the ones that are like, we want to study this monster, so can you go catch us one, and then we'll study it a bit, and then we'll send it home. And the missions where you have to like take photos of things, so it's basically like Pokemon Snap, but with a significantly increased chance of getting set on fire. Like I would absolutely love a Pokemon Snap style game in the Monster Hunter universe, where you just spend all of your time taking pictures of the monsters and documenting them, and never once have to kill anything. A pacifist Monster Hunter game. I want to be the Monster Hunter equivalent of the Crocodile Hunter. That's what I want. Oh, that's why it looks funny. Because it's falling off. Great. Okay. We're gonna have to fix that. How though? Game where you're a Pokemon veterinarian would be nice. Yeah, I'd like that. That'd be nice. Like, you can't fix everything by sticking a Pokemon in a wake-up machine. I'm sorry. It's impossible. I played Pokemon Sword once and then lost interest. I have not finished Pokemon Sword. I wanted to get to Sword Doggo because I wanted to catch Sword Doggo, but okay, I'm going to take him off camera for this. So I can see what I'm doing. Oh boy, that's a lot. Too much. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. There we go. It's off. Super glue. Just clearing off the excess glue there. No, this is the old glue. That's why it's not in its packaging anymore. My super glue of choice is Gorilla Glue with the brush and nozzle. Because you can use the brush when things are... Oh no. I think it's too cold here for my glue. I mean, it's still sort of sticky. Uh-oh. Well, I've managed to super glue myself, but not in the way we expected. We're just gonna... Okay, they're both fucked. I don't know what to do.
Hello there.
Okay, we're gonna have to do this the really boring way. I need my tweezers, which should be in my tool case. No, not in my tool case. Uh-oh. This is a problem. Sorry, camera. There they are. In my other tool case. I'm worse than Batman. Hmm. Is that gonna work? No. No, I'm just gonna have to hold it in place. Don't you start wiggling as well. Okay. That needs to be about There. There. There we go. Once super glued my finger to my cheek. What did I do? I ripped as hard as I could, so I had no skin on some part of my cheek for a while. Oof. We were actually talking about entertaining super glue related incidents earlier. In Cyborg have a good friend and tattoo artist that has designed my tattoo I want to get for my mum. Zebra with daffs down the side. Daffs are her favourite flower, because that was what she was classed. Oh, cool! That sounds lovely. Nope. Also, I don't know if I said hello to you, Hans, and if I didn't, I'm really, really sorry. Godzilla has been converted by the Necrons into Godzilla and is angry about it. Welcome on in, Godzilla. I hope you're well. No worries, Cypher. You take care. Thank you so much for being here today. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Nope. It's a really fine line between putting on enough pressure that it stays in place and removing that pressure too quickly and it coming disconnected. Like, it's not there yet. This is actually very uncomfortable. Brian! Hello. Thank you so much for being subscribed for 10 months. Hope you're doing well
Brian
today.
Eck has been a sub for 10 months. Very naughty.
Okay. I cannot touch that arm at all now. For a bit. But it looks like it's in the right place, so that's the important thing. But that means I can't paint any more of that bit of him. Shit, he's here. I've got to be anywhere else. Aww. Poor Brian. Games Workshop uploaded the FAQ for the new Guard Codex earlier today. Changed 4 typos because they waited until the 1st of March. I'm not allowed to bring Guard to the tournament this weekend. I have to take Necrons instead because I've already paid for the entire trip and can't get a refund. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Hans. That's fucking awful. And considering they changed so fucking little, it seems a little unfair that you can't go to the tournament with your Necrons. Just chilling on Rust now, taking a break from RuneScape. That's fair. I have actually made some progress in RuneScape over the last couple of days. But I looked at what I need to do next and went, oh, well, I'm not going to be able to do that for a while. So now I've got to figure out a new plan. But we'll see. I've gotten to the point with RuneScape now where I'll just dip into it for maybe an hour or 2 in the evening if I feel like it, and if I'm too tired, I'll play something else. The requirements for Fairy Tail 2 are a lie? How so? No worries, Cyborg. You take care. I hope the brain moment ceases quickly for you. Okay. Requirements are only for the very last part of the quest. Oh, okay then. I'll take a look then. I was gonna say, I was pretty sure that both you and Brian had completed the 2 fairy tale quests, and or had at the very least unlocked the fairy rings. And I know you've got less points in some skills than I've got. Fairy ring teleportation is the first thing everyone beelines for. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it will make my trips to the farming guild a lot easier. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint his bustle. So we can glue that to his butt. So this is going to be green. It's actually, I don't know if you can see that all that clearly on camera. It's lots of little leaves. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint all of these dark green. Then we're going to highlight with some lighter greens and some other sort of bluey greens to give it some nice depth. And then I'm going to pinpoint little bits on here. And what I was originally going to do was paint little bits of it pink to look like flowers. But whilst I was downstairs getting the stuff out of a box so that I could give the dog a bath yesterday, I found these. Hence the name of the stream, actually. I was hoping I'd get round to this a lot quicker than I have. We're going to go for a combination, I think, of the dark pink ones and the pale pink ones. Actually, I don't know. We might just go for the green and blue, because that'll look really nice and sort of cohesive with everything that's already on him. Or even some of the cream ones, seen as they match his clothes as well. Really, I'm spoilt for choice. But tiny flowers going on his butt. That's the TLDR here. We've also got these little bits to paint as well, but I don't want to touch them until his arms are dry. Which won't be till tomorrow now. Okay, so we don't want the insane detail for this. It's a little too small. We're gonna go for... We'll go for the regiment brush. This is the regiment brush. I don't use it very often. Do pink and cream. You think pink and cream, do you? Making those cheeks blossom, indeed. Bravo, Kian. Okay, I was going to use the regiment brush, but I can't get the cap off of it. So we'll go for a different brush. I actually have 2 regiment brushes, so we'll just use the one that I can actually use. And we're going to go straight in with the angel green that we used earlier for the armor. And just cover everything in that. Because this is a really nice, deep, rich green, I think.
Hello there.
And I think this will make a really nice base for other greens. A lot of little nooks and crannies to get with this, though. So this might take me a minute. Angel green, yeah. Or as I like to call it, please don't sue us green. I do like to come up with fun names for the paint colours that we have here. So, please don't sue us green. And everybody's favourite on the channel, I think. Ooh. This is Pepto Squigmol. Is the colour that I used to paint the first squig that I painted on stream. That's the wrong paintbrush. And it looks like Pepto-Bismol. We've actually got a little bit of the fabric that's not been painted there. That's really annoying. Okay, I'll get that in a sec. Probably wouldn't even be noticeable for most people, but... Exactly, Benji. It's an army painter paint, so they can't call it Dark Angel Green, because GW wouldn't be happy with that. And, you know, their lawyers do have a bit of a history of being a little overzealous. Oh, I am too shaky for this shit today. There we go. Oh. I got green where I shouldn't have as well. Hello, Porthos. What's up, sweet pea? Just see him out the corner of my eye staring at me. Really off-putting.
Hello there.
Hello, pork sausage. Yes, indeed. Oh, delightful, Porthos. Thank you. He's laid down next to me and just burped really loudly. No, I'm not butthurt being a Dark Angel player, not at all. Oh, bless you. I mean, you know, slightly more affordable paint that you can use, so... Okay. Regiment brush is now too big for what we need to do. But that's okay. I'm going to pop this down for a second, and I'm going to find a smaller brush. You know what? It's getting on in the stream, and I haven't used it yet. And I am going to finish up fairly soon. So, just for the sake of making this a proper hobby tan painting stream, a proper hobby happy hour, I'm going to use the Psycho. Well done, D.
that subtle off-white coloring. The tasteful thickness of it.
I have to do that every time, and you folks are getting really good at timing it when I'm just about to stick the brush in paint.
Oh, dude.
You know, it's weird, D. Whenever anybody else redeems that command, they always get the other sound. 3 Kilmers in one stream, a new record. Yeah. Like, everybody else gets, oh god, what's his name? The fellow from Elden Ring that everybody's thirsty for. I really need to play that at some point. I need to own it first, but eventually I need to play it as well. It looks really fun. It's because Twitch knows I never shut up about Tombstone when I'm talking to you. That's true. I mean, not the bit about Twitch knowing. I'm hoping Twitch doesn't know that, because that would mean that they're monitoring you at all times everywhere. I mean, ain't that a daisy? Well done. Well done. Glorious pot friend Alexander? I can't remember his name. Big Bear Man. Bear Man? Wolf Man? Wolf Bear Man. Someone is monitoring me at all times. It varies, though. Bravo. Coming out with some corkers tonight, D. Well done. That one! Yes! There we go. Yeah, because there's an interview with him where whoever's interviewing him basically gives him a phone with a Twitter search for him and his character, and he reads all of the tweets and is just horrified by how fucking horny Twitter is for him. I mean, he's got a very nice voice. I can appreciate why people are that thirsty for him, but also, hot damn, calm down, folks. There is a human being behind that voice. So I'm probably going to change up some of the colours here a little bit. As this is fabric rather than leaf here. So once it's all dark green and I can see what I'm doing a bit better, I might paint that turquoise to match with the insides of his sleeves. Gamers don't care. I know. I know. Well, some of us do. This is nerve-wracking stuff, folks. I really don't want to get this wrong.
You folks know how special this guy is to me. So, I'm sure you understand. Okay, no. I did the bit. We've had the psycho. I'm going to go back to a brush that's actually more suited to what I'm doing now. I mean, it's only a little bigger, but it makes all the difference in the world on a bit like this. Especially as I've got to contend with the bits I've accidentally painted the same colour as the fabric. Get in there. I said this bit would take a while, didn't I? Actually, the bits where there's the cream colour underneath look quite nice. It's like a really nice little gradient on the leaves. I do need to fix that though, because that shouldn't be green. I think we're about there with our base green. My wet palette is too wet for not being used in like 2 months. I need to change the paper because the paint's on it are now mostly just coloured water. Oh my god. Good wet palette. Homemade or store-bought? There, I think we're good now. Homemade. Please tell us your secrets. How did you make it so fantastic? Like, I've heard good things about homemade wet palettes, but I've never heard them be that good. Got a little bit of paint buildup inside the bristles, which is what's causing me to not put the paint where I want it. I made my own as well. It sucked. Oh no. Well, perhaps Benji here can give us all some tips on making a really good quality wet palette. In all honesty, the only reason I've got a store-bought one is because I managed to get in on the Kickstarter when they were cheap.
Another reminder that I need to really get my arse in gear with the speedrunning. This Transistor is a game I would like to learn. There we go. And that's also a little leaf there. Just a Swedish dishcloth in a plastic cookie box with baking paper on it, and then you just add water. Oh, okay. There we go. I think I've got everywhere now. That's good. I'll probably do a little more on this off stream as well. Ah, we've got a leaf here. Spotted it. It is what I thought it was. I love Cartoon Network. Tiny little bit of that leaf left to get. And then we're good. There we go. So that's all the leaves painted, their base colour. I need to mix up a little bit of cream to deal with the bit that I've painted over by accident. If I can. There we go. Don't want to use the big brush. Take care, Dee. I'm sure we'll see you very soon. Thank you for the modding today. we've got that bit over there that I apparently missed when I was painting it before. Well done past me. I know there's a habit among certain kinds of people to make you feel guilty about being proud of stuff. Pride comes before a fall, you know. But it's okay to be happy with things that you've done, and it is okay to be proud of work that you've done. If you've put in loads of effort making something, like I'm doing at the moment, it is okay to be proud of that. As long as you're not an arsehole about it. And I've got to a point where I can look at this and say I'm proud of a couple of things. I'm proud that I'm the kind of person that is willing to try new things, willing to go outside of their comfort zone, even if they're not sure something's going to work. I'm proud of the fact that I can, when the arm falls off my miniature, dust it off, try again, and not get in a flap about it. And I'm proud of the fact that I can apparently colour match to colours that I've mixed up months ago. By Sigmar, I fucking love iron breakers. That is a fantastic phrase, Rocket. I'm glad. But most of all, I am proud of what I have achieved with this miniature. I think he looks nice. I am proud of what I've done, and I am excited to learn new things and continue to evolve and progress as a miniature painter. But not tonight. We're going to finish up now. I am going to work on his bustle off stream. I'll probably finish up his shoulders as well, so that next week we can start on the little fiddly bits. His arm, his tassels, his sword, which I'm very excited but also very nervous to paint because it's a very pretty sword. And then there's the butterfly as well. I am dreading painting the butterfly and sticking it on. Duke, hello. Same. He is my he is my favorite miniature. Look at his bustle, Duke. I'm so proud of his bustle. I know you can't really see the depth of color in it, but yeah, I am very pleased with it. I'm very happy with the progress I've made on him. Only a little bit tonight, but a little bit's fine. Right. I'm going to finish up now. And I'm going to send you off elsewhere. But yeah, I'll probably do a little bit on this off stream. So sorry, Duke, you're popping in right at the end. But I hope you're doing well, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Send us away! Okay, before I do send you away, I have a couple of standard admin type things to do with you all. First off, there is a giveaway active on the stream. I can see that currently there is only one entrant. If you would like to enter for a copy of F1 Race Stars Complete Edition, information for which you can find by typing !prize into chat.
then now is your last chance. Yeah. To enter, exclamation mark ticket. You can purchase up to 10 tickets by typing exclamation mark ticket space and then the number up to a value of 10. Yeah. I will give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little bit for the lag. Rocket in with the snipe at the last second there. The giveaway is closed. And the winner, with a 50% chance to win, is Rocket. Congratulations, Rocket. I will send you the code in a little bit. Okay. Oh, you bugger, there's a lot of people live tonight. I'm gonna go see what's wrong with Pando. It's clearly had an update. Because I didn't tell it to start saying all this shit in chat.
Goodbye.
Okay. Where to go? I'm spoilt for choice, chat. Away goes the Mercedes SSK. You're most welcome, Torpor. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a good evening too. Snake Discovery doing a boa stream. Ooh. Oh, shit. 2 more and it's 3 years. Fucking hell, Grox, welcome in. I'm sorry we are finishing up at the moment, but thank you so much for being subscribed for 34
Inquisitor Grox has been a
months.
sub for 34 months.
Jesus Christ.
Very naughty.
That's
2 more and
amazing.
it's 3 years.
See, if we're going to go to an animal channel, I'll probably send you to the axolotls, because they don't get a lot of viewers. Ooh, RSPB alive. Raidification. You want to go see Adam? Okay. We can do that. The raid has been guided because I was being indecisive. Thank you, D. So? Hey, Podlord, welcome on in. Yes, I'm afraid you did. We're gonna go see our Adam. That's, oh, there we go. Look, panicked for a second there, it was ticking down really quickly. Right. I will be back on Friday with some Hi-Fi Rush. That'll be about 6 PM UK time, as long as nothing goes horribly wrong. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you all then. It's been lovely to have you all here tonight. Until I do see you next. As always, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Wash your fucking hands! And have a great rest of your week, everybody. However you're spending it. Now, go say hi to Adam for me.